to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Commanders and the reigning AFC champs, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Brooklyn Barons. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Brooklyn. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And his first pass is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jansen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jansen looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A 6-yard pickup brings up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back, even with just one throw.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jansen. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Hunter. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jansen. A throw. And a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
Preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Danson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the carry, it's Holmes. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make it 6-0. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Hunter. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Jansen. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll run with Holmes. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. There's Wilson to throw.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young.
In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
A third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down.
Take it at the 37. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jansen. He completes it to Hunter. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And they'll run it with Hunter. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. To throw on third down, Jansen.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Wilson will throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Holmes. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. Rolling to his right, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McCoy. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Commanders' offense set to take over. They'll be in search of their initial points of the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Shields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Shields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll run with Carter. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go again with Carter. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Separating from the gun. Shields. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Carter.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Draw play, Carter.
Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It's the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group was not played well at all here in the first half.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Shields.
He'll get that one to Carter complete.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On 3rd down, Shields. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Dropped for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Carmichael. And he comes back with one complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And here's Jake Bailey now.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return, Jackson. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Shields. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A run now with Holmes. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Carmichael. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Carter to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Carter once more.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Shields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they run standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
extra point by Koo, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
On third down, here's Carter.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On first down, Shields eluding the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Shields.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw, Shields. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Washington going to send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. A beautiful fake.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. Carmichael firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds McCoy.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw again. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, on the other side, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
And the half will begin with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carmichael looking deep now for McCoy. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Carmichael. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll run. This is Holmes. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down, Carmichael. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Carmichael. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. On 1st and 10, Carmichael throwing middle, and it's complete.
Complete to number 84. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carmichael. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Carter straight ahead.
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This time, good ball security and a good result. 1st and 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, right back to Carter.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch. Touchdown, Washington.
From 17 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another tote for Carter.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Shields.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
But these guys got to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Shields. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Shields over the middle. It's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Back to the ground with Carter.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Carter.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Here's a give to Carter.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Shields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead, and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Carmichael. And he comes back with one complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and he moves the chains. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Holmes.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. From the gun on 3rd down, Carmichael.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Carmichael. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Commander's 28-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Carmichael. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Shields. And this one is incomplete.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll come on to kick this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. 2
Looking to throw on second down. Carmichael. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Carmichael. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
They'll start on the ground. Carter.
And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
Another run on second down with Carter.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'll go again with Carter.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Shields under pressure, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st down, Carmichael.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They'll run with Holmes.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. To throw on 3rd down, Carmichael. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Shields. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
He'll drop this underneath to Carter. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Back to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now keep in mind, no overtime in the preseason. And without getting ahead of ourselves, we'll likely see a 2-point try should they get this in the end zone.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throw right side complete to Carter.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
He's back to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught.
And he is going to be out of bounds well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs.
They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
pass. In all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A run now with Holmes. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
On the carry, it's Holmes.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.